Welcome back to the Vow Factor.
Our
To all of
little
our Swifties and plus ones.
Swifties are plus ones.
It is an emergency family meeting, okay?
We have to talk right now, immediately.
Right now, obviously, it's not Monday today,
No, today is Wednesday.
and we have so much going on. We have so much to talk about. And Jesse and I, yesterday, obviously, you guys all know what happened because all of you tagged us, DM'd us, texted us, called us.
Guys, our phones exploded along with our brains. We have never, even when either of us got engaged, have never had our phones blow up like this in our life.
You guys are basically running our PR campaign at this point. Like, you guys are our publicists. You're like, get these girls in front of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They want to shoot
Right
the
now.
wedding.
Right now. No,
Right
like
now. You guys were so serious. To be honest, like Jesse and I were sitting here last night and we were talking and like planning out because obviously like we're gonna come and hang out with you guys today. Um, I was like, I had no idea that we had listeners. Like, I know we have listeners. We love you guys.
no, but like
But like it didn't hit me.
because like I feel like we've been planning this podcast. We planned it for about 5 months, like truly before we launched it. And then we launched it and like all of our friends are really supportive and like we talk to them and like we see the numbers, but like it was crazy yesterday to be like people saw this engagement announcement and immediately thought of us.
What an honor of a lifetime.
I've never been more overwhelmed with something in my life. It was unbelievable.
It was unreal. So first of all, just like before we get into this, thank you guys
Thank you.
so much. It was the coolest thing ever for us to experience on this side of things yesterday. We're so overwhelmed and so excited, obviously, for our girl Taylor. She's getting her happy ending.
Over the moon, like over the moon happiness. It dropped, my phone blew up. One of my brides is the one who texted me at the same time Taylor posted. I sent her a reel that I wanted to post and I was like asking her about it and she just goes, Instagram now. Oh my god, oh my god. I thought she was talking about posting the reel.
She's like, no, immediately go
And
to
she's like,
Instagram.
no, go look. I call Emily so fast. She doesn't answer. Guys, Emily doesn't answer the phone. I call her. I'm like, emergency. Answer the phone. Like, she probably thought someone like died. I was like, no, answer the phone right now. She finally comes out and she's like, guys, she was like, Jesse, this was the worst day to be in meetings because
I had back-to-back meetings all day.
and I was like, no, cancel them. Like yesterday was canceled. After 1 p.m., as far as I was concerned, it was canceled.
I should have just canceled the rest of my meetings for the day yesterday, but
I know.
just like crazy. So I feel like everybody, for the next, I don't know. I feel like forever people are going to be like, where were you when you found out that Taylor Swift got engaged? Because I feel truly that yesterday the whole world stopped. Everyone stopped. Everyone was calling everyone. I mean, my family group chat was blowing up. I had already talked to my mom for 2 hours yesterday morning. We talked again for another 2 hours last night. Like, just the amount of people I talked to on the phone about this was crazy.
Crazy.
And so actually one of my past brides told me first. She just sent me the picture. And I was like, when did this happen? Where is this? Like, how? Like, how do you have these pictures?
I saw the post and thought it had to do with her album. I didn't even realize that it was an engagement post at
Right.
first, because I was like,
yeah, this past bride of mine, like, I don't know, she knows some celebrities. So I was like, maybe she has like insider knowledge, but I was on a call with a client. So I like didn't know, like I was talking on the phone, but I was also like texting on my other phone. And then you started calling me.
I
literally
calling. I was like,
everybody started calling me.
Nothing is more important than this.
Everyone was also FaceTiming me, and I'm on my laptop trying to have this call with this client, and I keep getting FaceTime notifications to my laptop, and I'm like, decline. And I'm like, why is everyone someone else is calling me? Like, this is so weird. Like, don't people know, like, I'm like working? Like, this is the middle of the day. Like, what is going on?
It didn't matter, no.
And then like my friend sends me the photo and I see it and I'm freaking out and I'm like, 2 and 2. Okay. I added them up and I realized, oh my God, Taylor Swift is engaged. That's why everyone's calling me right now.
Yeah, no, literally, that's exactly what happened. Like, it was crazy, but like, we have to like, like, I just think that some people don't understand why this is such a big deal. It is not just some other celebrity getting engaged. They're not, no one's even talking about like the actual wedding. Like, everyone is just like, do you understand how big of a deal it is? Not only that Taylor Swift is engaged, but that she chose to share it with us. Like, the
It's
amount, like,
crazy.
my feed yesterday was completely flooded with just like everyone making like the sweetest connections, like back to her past music, back to things that she'd said in interviews and everything. And I was like, it was the most like full circle thing. And I'm just like, I'm so unbelievably happy for her. She deserves this so much. And I just like am so excited that she chose to like share it and like be normal. Like,
I know
oh
she
my,
gets to have that to an
like,
extent, but like it's so cool that she gets to share, on
it was
social media.
so normal of a post that I was confused.
Yeah.
I mean, the caption was 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
13
Obviously,
out,
like
sorry, 13 out of 13.
I feel like she's had this idea in her notes app for a little bit. She's like, okay, when I get engaged, like this could be really cute. Cause like I know I was storing captions and things and ideas in my notes section because I was like so excited for the day that I would get engaged.
I had an entire note and it was all Taylor Swift quotes. I literally could pull it up. All of them.
Exactly.
What?
I said, exactly.
Yeah, no, it necessary. I mean, it worked. I used so many Taylor Swift like lyrics for my captions. But it was just so normal. And I was so happy that she got to have that. And I really, really, really hope that that normalcy really translates and like goes over into her actual wedding journey and her wedding day as much as possible. At the end of the day, she is Taylor Swift, the pop star, the biggest pop star in the world. Like, she is arguably the most famous person on this planet. And I know that she'll never be just a regular person who could walk down the street, but like the fangirls on her wedding day are because she is a bride, and every single bride should be fangirled over because they're the bride of the day, not because of their status outside of their wedding. And that's
Agreed.
like such a hope for me for her. Oh, and I know you feel the same.
Yes, I hope she gets to feel on her wedding day just like I don't know. I know when both you and I go to work, we obsess over our brides. We're like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Like, we're just giving them compliments all day. And I mean, we really truly mean it. It's not just like something that we're doing.
No,
But
because something about also like something about a wedding dress, like you don't look bad in a wedding dress. I don't know what
no,
it
and
is.
it's the
Like,
one day for you to wear
it's
it.
the
Like,
one day for you to
have
wear it.
people obsess over you in it. And
Like,
like
I
both
know,
Jesse and I are like, Taylor Swift deserves to feel that energy from everyone on her day. Not,
yeah, like
you know,
she is Taylor Swift, the bride. She is not Taylor Swift, the pop star, the
right.
superstar, the famous. Like, she's not like she is Taylor Swift, the bride, because you get one day.
Hmm.
I know you can get more, but you get one day. And even when like getting your makeup done, like that's why having a content creator at your wedding is, I don't want to say like nothing at your wedding is truly necessary, but I truly think that if I were to choose something that I would deem necessary, it is having all of those little moments of your wedding day captured, because you get to look back on the one day that
We
it was
live it.
truly like she's been writing about since she was 14 years old, probably less,
It's just so
younger.
cute because I feel like a lot of us in some way have imagined our wedding day, not publicly like she has. And well, she didn't like publicly plan her wedding. That's not what I'm trying to say. But she's,
She's
like
been writing about
writing love
her.
songs and writing this journey of um her finding the one, you know, and
That's why it means so much.
it means so much because us as like kids, you know, when we're like starting to date for the first time and have crushes and things like that, like she wrote about that. She wrote about, you know, being in math class with this guy named Drew and, you know, he likes the other girl.
She wrote about being quote unquote like lame and like weird and like losery when like having a crush on the popular kid, and how she's never going to be that because she is one way and they're another way, but like little does she know she's literally the most famous perfect little weirdo like ever. Like,
That little
and people
weirdo.
love that.
We all have a little weirdo inside of us.
Oh, it's like my favorite thing. I like my mom's like she's kind of like a little like quirky, and I was like, yeah, like yeah, I know it's great.
It's
My
great.
mom, who's like just like she obviously knows who Taylor Swift is. Like her two daughters are obsessed with Taylor Swift, but like and have been like their whole life and always like loved her music. But my mom is like, listen to the podcast episode of the New Heights podcast, and she's like, she was making sourdough. That's so funny. Like that's so normal. And I was like, oh, I know.
It's so
Like
cute.
she has like all these like granny like hobbies, and I think it's like my favorite thing ever. It's so cat lady. It's
It's
great.
it's perfect. It also like makes me feel very seen for all of the old lady things that I like to do.
I don't really know if I have old lady hobbies, but I love
Well, you
cooking.
go on your walks, like
Right.
like you go on
I
your walks, like that's like a very grandma thing to do. Like you get your walk in every day, every morning. You have to get your
I
walk.
do. I have to
That's
have
like a cute, you know, it's like the fun, leisurely things that you can really kind of relish in. That's good for like mind,
that's
body,
so true.
soul.
I was
And
like,
like
the
for
only thing we're
me,
getting.
I feel like it's the amount of New York Times cooking app that I indulge in.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like a full thing. Like I said, I had my sister over for, you know, like dinner and drinks and everything. And I figured out how to make dirty pickle martinis. But like she came over, the glasses were in the freezer, frosting so she could have a chilled glass. We had the pickle juice, we had the vermouth, we had everything. Okay. But that's like part of the hobby. That's part of the fun is like
I
getting really into all of these things.
yeah.
Taylor
I
Swift is really into her sourdough and her different flavors.
I'm sorry, it's so funny to me. Like that whole podcast like just made my whole like
And the cat
so
hair that's probably in the sourdough.
it's so relatable
That
because
was
it's
so
my
funny.
hair.
That was so funny.
That was so funny. No, it's true. I just like she I think like the older that she gets, the more she's just like I am a person separate from my persona. Hence the life of a showgirl. I have seen many theories about this album, but one of my favorite theories is that this was something that she started working on after 1989. And someone was saying how she thinks that it's not really about being a showgirl on the Eras tour, but on the 1989 tour. And then she's taken everything and it's going to be this big concept album. Whether that's true or not, it's one of my favorite theories because I think it just shows of like how as she's gotten older, she still has such a part of her that wants to be like separate from pop star and cat loving, sourdough making, soon to be wifey. Like she wants to be separate. And
I can't wait for these pictures from her.
oh my god, I just like cannot wait for the first like performance after like since getting engaged.
I know. Do you think she's going to wear her ring everywhere?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Wait, we have to tell you guys
I know.
something.
I was like, that was such a good segue. That was such a good guys. Her ring one. I'm pretty sure on one of the first episodes, like we said exactly what her ring was going to be. You can go back and quote us there, but always one person removed.
Always one person removed from Taylor Swift. It's the thing that haunts me every single day of my life. But hopefully one day we won't be one person removed.
No, we'll just be right next to her
We'll just be right there capturing, you know,
during
all
her wedding.
fabulous moments. So yesterday, my maid of honor, whose name is Jess, not Jesse, but Jess. I have so many
I
Jessies
have so many Emilys.
in my life. Yes, you do. Very popular names in the 90s. Um, but I get an article sent to me from my friend Jess, who I met in college. And it's a People magazine article that says who made Taylor Swift's engagement ring. And it is none other than Jess and I's friend from college, Kindred.
Emily's friend literally hand carved Taylor Swift's engagement
I
ring.
was like,
That
that's,
is the craziest
oh
thing
my
I've ever.
God. I FaceTimed Jess immediately. I was like,
Are you sitting down? And I said that I had to pee, and she's like, hold it.
no, yeah. No, I FaceTimed Jess and then I
Oh, so you
FaceTimed
meant
you.
me. You
I know,
did
very
FaceTime me to
confusing. The
tell
names are
me.
so close. No, but I FaceTimed Jess first and I just was like, and she was like, and I was like,
Yes, this part of the story.
and
This is arguably crazier than knowing it.
both of us were just like, and she was like, yeah, so we were out to dinner and she told me she had a really big celebrity client, but she couldn't say anything. And it was like her first celebrity client. So she was like, obviously very excited about it. And she was like, who is it? And obviously, she couldn't tell her. And Jess was like, will I know? And Kindred was like, you'll know. What?
Man,
So anyway,
honestly,
I'm not surprised. Like when I saw the ring, I was like, in the back of my mind, I was
yeah,
like, this looks
some
like
people
something Kindred could do.
see,
That's so funny. And I just didn't say anything.
but also like, doesn't that just give you so much hope?
It's so
Like,
cool.
they didn't go to like where all the popular celebrities go. They didn't
No.
do. They're
And
finding people who are true to them.
right. And we have to have her eventually on the podcast because I want her to be able to speak on, like her whole business journey and everything. But just based off what I know, like she, one is an incredible person. So Taylor Swift couldn't have picked like a better jeweler to work with. But she literally just like went to engraving school not that long ago. Her jewelry journey, like she grew up in a family that owned a jewelry business, but her jewelry journey really just kind of started
That's
not that
great.
long ago. I know.
Some
She's so
people just
freaking
are
talented.
naturally like have an eye. She clearly like just has an eye, and like, I mean,
She is spectacular.
if
So
Taylor Swift is walking around with a piece of her art on her freaking finger,
for the rest of her life,
that's crazy.
so cool. I'm so proud of Kindred. Like
I want to know,
I
like,
haven't talked to her in a while. We like kind of lost touch, but I'm excited to eventually catch up with her again whenever that day is.
that's crazy. I want to know how long it took to source that stone.
I know. I have so
I'm
many
sure.
questions.
I have so many questions. Truthfully, the one question about this whole thing that I really, really am just, I have not stopped thinking about. It's a very silly question, but is Taylor Swift on the do not playlist, or is she going to dance to Love Story and have her full circle moment?
That is a great question.
Like, I know that sounds so silly, but I'm like,
But she
I-
deserves to have that moment that a lot
she
of people
she
have at
deserves to have that
weddings.
moment. Like, are you kidding? She has been singing. That is, I'm pretty sure you can. Don't, I don't know if you can quote me on every single tour she's ever had. She has sang "Love Story." It is like the one song that has been consistent throughout every single tour she's
It's a
always
banger, and
done.
everyone goes
It's a
crazy for it.
banger. One, two. It's like the love story song. Like, hello, and I mean, it's like if you're any bit of a Swiftie, you play that at your wedding and he gets down on one knee and then you jump up and scream. And like, she's been
And the
a
whole
very,
wedding stops, and like they all gather around you, and they all get really hype,
it's the
and
moment.
everyone's like this, and like
Marry
she
me.
deserves to have that moment, even if it's to her own song. Like I think it's a vibe,
That's
but
even cooler. That
I
song is how she's here today. Part of the reason why she's here today.
right. Okay. I actually do think that she could do this and fully enjoy it, even though it's her own song, because of how she's had like, how like Travis threw her in eras tour themed
Well,
birthday,
that's what I was gonna say is
so
I'm like,
she could
it's even
experience the
hard
Eras tour.
to how like she bops to her own song as if she's not the one singing it.
Right. I feel like people
Like
can
I
definitely
feel
like
like
thoroughly appreciate the art that they make just as much as
yeah.
someone who didn't make it can appreciate it. So I
I
really
feel
hope.
like yes. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think that they're gonna play like a million dollars of songs, but I think
No,
if
but I
I
think
had to pick
this is the one.
one song, it is Love Story, and it's gonna be at the end of the night. And
It's the energy
I
and the vibe that the song creates. It's not so much about the song, it's about what it creates.
like yes, but like she needs the moment that she has
Yeah.
been singing about since she was what 15 years old.
Oh, absolutely.
Marry me, Juliet. You'll never have to be alone.
I think everyone,
Because
okay.
it's
Well,
just
her moment would be different because I think everybody would be sobbing at the end because of like how full circle this is. I think everybody's brains would explode.
I think my brain would explode.
Like what? Manifestation
I
is
mean,
real,
like,
guys.
no, I think people would be partying and then like all of a sudden like everyone would just be like partying, but like sob. It would be like the
'Cause it
best
hits and it
end to
real
a
like
wedding ever. I
the
actually can't think of a
realization.
better way to end her wedding.
Great ending.
Because like I name a more full circle moment other than 87 and 89 being
You'll be 87, I'll be
all,
89.
all the ways that like she manifested this and predicted it. I'm like, this is endgame. Like this is it. She knew he was a killer. Like it I just love it. And I think she needs
That's
to write a book
crazy.
on manifestation.
Eric and I were talking about that last night, and the knew he was a killer. And we
What?
haven't stopped talking about it. She
What?
knew. She knew this whole time. She knew.
I just think that like she is mastered manifestation and she's also like she's so entwined and in tune with like numerology and like her own sense of like that like within her that like it just
It is
also
so
comes to her like it like
powerful.
she gets it. Yeah, no, it's
Like
so
if
powerful, it's crazy.
not to get like super woo woo,
No, I
but
love the woo woo.
like guys, like as someone who like my grandmother gave me the book, the
Yes.
movie, and the audiobook, The Secret, for Christmas when I was 11. So I grew up with this mindset, and every single day I'm so grateful for it because I've basically been able to manifest just about everything that I've ever set out to manifest in my life. Um, when it comes to all of this stuff, it's quite powerful. Just jump in,
Yeah.
be delusional, believe it wholeheartedly, do whatever you can to envision it, right? Taylor Swift writes it into songs and she sings it and she, sings about all of these things and she's constantly speaking it into existence and then looking into numerology and even studying that just slightly. Like even just like the tip of the iceberg for numerology will blow your mind. And then also too, like obviously like Jesse and I have gotten more into astrology. Um
I'm like obsessed.
so obsessed with all of
I
the astrology and everything.
one of our friends started
It's the
dating someone new
everything.
and we met her for the first time this past weekend and I was like, what's your big three? And I was like, I need to look this up right.
I'm obsessed. Wait, what's the other thing that I do? I figured out what it's called. It's called your human design. And it basically takes, kind of like your birth chart from astrology and gives you a list of like all of your like soul's purpose and things like that. It's really cool. I use an app called Align. They recently just rebranded, which is why it was taking me a second to remember what it was called. But it's really interesting. I think you have to pay for it. It's worth it. But I'm certain that Taylor Swift uses all of these tools to kind of navigate her life and like really just like enhance the quality of her life in a way. So, tip for you guys if you guys want to get into the woo woo stuff, that is what I recommend. And it's important.
It is. It's very important. I agree. I don't. I have that app. I
Just
don't.
she hasn't gotten into it yet, but when she does, the amount of FaceTimes and phone calls and voice notes I'm going to receive from her are going to be endless because she's going to be like, how does this know all of this about
No, the craziest thing was when I got my birth time. So me and my sister are like an hour like difference in like our birth time. One's at like 6:30, one's at 5:30 in the morning, and I had it mixed up. And so I thought that I was a Scorpio rising, but it turns out I'm a Sagittarius rising, and then everything that it said made sense. So that's when my brain exploded and was like, wait, maybe this is real.
it's so cool because like it'll even like it tells you things that astrology can't tell you. So for example, like what is your energy type? My energy type is a generator, which I'm sure that you're
Yes, yes, yes.
probably,
I remember all of this now. We went through this
yep.
like when we
So
first met. The
my
the first day we met is when I downloaded it.
yeah, I told you because I was like, this is going to be so helpful
Sorry,
to
I
you.
was
And
like
the fact that
three
you haven't
bottles of
dug in
wine.
is
I didn't
crazy,
remember.
crazy. But like my soul's purpose, energy wise, is to generate good energy in this world. So the more good energy I can generate, that's my contribution to the world. So I try to generate good energy. How does that align with what I do right now?
You have to
Why do I feel like I'm experiencing my life's purpose?
because
Hello.
we're wedding content creators and we show up on a wedding day and we can read everyone's energy. I now I'm trying to log into mine as we are doing
Yeah,
this.
because you're, yeah.
Now, well, now I need to remember. Oh,
And it
here it is.
also like you can go through each section, and I don't know how it is on the update because I haven't experienced the update yet, but it used to have this like really calming British woman read everything to you and
Yes.
explain to you what it means. Anyway, big light bulb moments, okay? And then you can really quickly evaluate what's going on in your life and kind of, like slowly get rid of things that don't align with the things that you're doing um for this like life purpose, and watch things dramatically change in your life. I think that's why I've had so much success as a wedding content creator is because I am generating good energy by showing up to weddings, capturing, the best day of someone's life. I'm coming on here on this podcast and I'm getting everybody excited, about wedding content creation and starting businesses and things like that. I'm constantly pumping out good energy to people. Um, and it's just naturally what I do as a generator.
I'm a projector.
You're a projector. Okay. So what does that mean?
Um, that's a good question. A projector has the gift of seeing things in a way others can't. You're here to tweak, improve, and make things more efficient to the specific ways that only you are able to. Whether that's reading into people, devising systems, or designing new ways of doing things, each projector has a special ability of their own. It's like being a bird up on a branch. You can see the lions and zebras trying to go from A to B because you have a vantage point. You can guide them to where they want to go in a better, more efficient way. You have the ability to gain a higher perspective and total clarity about certain parts of life, and your purpose is to use that to improve and refine the way others do things. When your efforts are focused on guiding and making improvements, this is when you will be the most successful and fulfilled. I didn't think I was going to attack myself today. Thanks.
That's what this podcast is for, guys. Not only are we talking about Taylor Swift and her beautiful
When your
engagement.
efforts are focused on guiding and making improvements, this is when you'll be the most fulfilled.
There you go.
Okay.
And then it'll also tell you, like, when you look into it more, when you know you're on the right path, how you should feel, and when you're not on the right path, how you are going to feel. So for me, when I'm on the right path, I feel very satisfied with everything that's going on. And when I'm not, I feel extremely frustrated.
But
And
I'm trying to make this into like something for wedding content. I don't know. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. No wonder every time we're at a wedding and someone's doing something, I'm like, can this is the much more efficient and better way to do things, and we can move on with our schedule. Thank you so much.
but just think about in terms of delivering memories to people. Wedding content creation
Is
is
efficient.
efficient. Think about it. Like, go through the whole chart. You're going to be amazed. You're going to pull things in your life now that are working and not working and have some answers, or just like a plan of like how to get on a better path, which I think this is great to include in this episode.
Those are
because it's so helpful for everyone. We're all just trying to figure it out. You know, Taylor Swift, also just a girl trying to figure it all out. Massive pop star.
I have the gift of seeing things in a way others can. That's why I edit in a certain way. I see things. I feel like that is really good with storytelling. Not gonna lie.
Exactly.
Anywho,
It goes hand in hand.
back to the. I don't know if this is in the episode, but
Well, speaking of storytelling,
speaking of storytelling and weddings, the way that a wedding is captured, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a videographer or filmmaker, whether you are a content creator, is different. And I believe that it should be different at every wedding you go to because every single wedding is different. Every single couple is different. And maybe you have a certain style, but the way that you approach it should be so couple forward. And I think we should talk about the content for this royal wedding.
the content for the royal wedding. So, as you guys know, Jesse and I would love nothing more in our personal and professional goals in life to achieve being the content creators for, we can say it now, Taylor and Travis's wedding.
We can say now we've been a little,
Because we're like,
we
whoever
wanted to,
Taylor Swift marries.
didn't want to put her in that box. That was not for us
Yeah.
to do. But
Now we can say it is Taylor and Travis.
it is Taylor and Travis's wedding. We have been putting these things in place. We're not going to share it at this time because I believe that it's not good to put fully out into the world. But if you believe in doing vision boards, apparently I was doing them wrong. Emily taught me the correct way to do them, so I have updated mine since. We have had this specific scenario very clearly laid out on a vision board for what, almost 2 years?
Yeah.
A long time.
Long time.
And deep in my soul, I believe, so with so much confidence that it should be studied, that we are the only people who are perfect to shoot this wedding. And we're going to tell you why.
And we're going to tell you why. So, first and foremost, well, as we were talking about before too, I think it would be incredibly special if Taylor and Travis would like something like this, to be able to experience having a content creator as a part of their wedding in a way where they feel safe enough that Jesse and I aren't walking away with our phones with all of this footage of their wedding.
No, I think we have said it before. We would purchase iPhones.
We would purchase iPhones
and leave it with them.
Yes.
I think Emily put this last night when we were talking in the most perfect way of Travis aside, because he just came into the picture in our lives. But Taylor has literally given us so much. She's gotten her and her music have gotten us through so many different parts of our life, whether they're low lows, high highs, or wedding days, which is crazy. And this is the bare minimum of us feeling like we could give something back to her for the nearly 20 years that she's given to us.
It's crazy. And be able to show up, not in a fangirl way. I don't want this to feel like, hey, we're here for Taylor Swift, the singer. No, we're here for Taylor Swift, the bride. And we would give her the experience that we would give to any of our other brides. We'd show up, we'd be incredibly professional, take the entire day very seriously. I mean, I've gotten to work weddings before with major celebrities, and I treat it like I would any other workday. Obviously, with a little bit more security and a little bit more, I could imagine us getting there, and obviously, I would have my phone on me, but I would assume that we would get there and probably give them our actual phones. I
It
would
would be an
assume,
unplugged day for us, and honestly, like I can't think of something better. I,
like,
like,
here's my phone number for the content phone for the day.
yep.
We
Oh,
have to get new phones. We've got to register new phones. And then,
of course.
well, maybe they register the phones and they give it to us when we arrive. We just tell them like what type of phone that we
What type
need.
of phone and like what to have on there, but like it would be
And then that's given back like before
no
we leave.
given back. Like we would stay, edit whatever it was that we were doing. Also, like we have said this before, and this goes
Yeah.
for Taylor and Travis. This goes for people who are not in the public eye. This go literally anyone. Content creation is, yes, first and foremost shot with the idea of social media, but you do not have to post any of it. It is for you. It is for you. It is for you to have all of these memories from this day that is only happening one time. I truly don't think that I think if we were to go and shoot this wedding and content and make videos and whatever it is, those videos would never see the light of day. And I am okay with that.
And here's the thing,
Like,
you guys may
why?
never know if we ever shoot this wedding. We
That's
may
true.
not ever
You
be
never
able to
know.
tell you. And you
Like
know what? That's okay.
the
Because
primary,
first, like I said, first and foremost,
we're
I would love to be able to give Taylor Swift the gift of being able to experience this service in a way that she feels comfortable and safe, but gets to have a content creator if she wants one, you know? How
um
cool and how special is that?
it's literally so cool because we are, yes, professional and on time and respectful and all of that, but we're really fun. Like we're really fun.
It'd be a good
I'm
day.
I'm not even gonna I can't lie. Like there's a time and place for all of the emotions, all of the energies throughout the wedding day. And I will say we know how to read those so
We
well.
do. We
Like
do. I
it's
think we
it's
enhance
one
the
of the
day.
things that I think make us really really good at our job is we are both so good at reading energies in a room. We walk in the room, we know if something's off. We can pinpoint who we need to talk to, who is the safe person to speak to. We game plan with whoever we need to. Like it's so natural for us, and I think that's why we can flow with just about anyone on a wedding day. Like
It's so true. And also, like, the number one compliment and feedback that I get from my couples after their wedding day has passed and, you know, they look through all their content, the number one thing that I get from them is the fact that I was the centered, grounded, calm energy of the day that was much needed. I don't care if you're the biggest celebrity in the world or, you know, having a cute little micro backyard wedding, and it doesn't matter. Like, you need someone there who you can look at and be like, I got you. The day is, you know, as you're walking
that
down the aisle, sometimes I see my brides and they look at me and they're nervous and I just go, you got
that
this.
is my number one feedback is like you were the best friend I didn't know I needed that day. Like you knew that I needed something and you got it for me. You let someone know. As I've always said, I'm the eyes and ears of the day because I'm looking for those little moments that I know that other people are not looking for and I know that aren't going to be captured, and therefore I see when all these little things happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fix it. You're never going to even know.
Hmm.
You're not going to know. And if I
Hmm.
see that you're starting to have a panic attack, I'm going to grab a fan and a water and I'm going to come give it to you. And that happened twice last weekend.
It's crazy, like, even with these really big weddings, like, how much, you know, and not throwing shade to any other vendors or anything like that because we're all focused on different
No,
things.
we're focused on different things.
But
This is our job.
there is a gap that is missed where I don't know if it's because we're filling it because we're closer in age to the couple sometimes. I don't know if it's because we're seeing all of these like little very tiny details that are happening throughout the day and we're really locked in and paying attention to all of these tiny things that maybe other vendors are also paying attention to, but maybe it's just different. But
I
I
also see
know,
the word different.
yeah, I know like when my couple is fatigued from taking too many photos and maybe the photographer is like trying to push them through and push them, which is, not a bad thing
No,
to
but
do.
they need to get the photos. But to go along with that, I think that back to my projector thing, I am looking when I'm shooting a wedding, I am instinctively looking for emotion. I I'm always thinking about the videos that I am going to make for them because we've talked about that before. Obviously, I'm capturing everything and not everything has that emotion, but I'm always looking for that emotional moment. It is something that my eye is going towards, so I'm reading everyone's energies. I'm trying to see like, oh my god, are they about to cry? In a good way, like are they about to cry? It's just about to happen. And I think that's why I get these like energy readings so clearly and quickly. And I can immediately, sense obviously the photographer is not necessarily focused on that because I'm actively looking for it in the back of my head. I'm looking in my phone and I'm zoomed in on their face. Like I'm shooting in a different way that the videographer is shooting. You're shooting in a
All
different way.
different. That's why I'm
It's
like,
all
if
different.
if they
It's
want a content creator, like we have a plan to make this as seamless
it would be
and
so seamless.
just like perfect.
Oh,
I feel like
I will
everybody,
never have signed an NDA, a non-disclosure, whatever it is, so fast in my life. Um,
that would be the hardest thing to like never disclose in life though. I will be honest.
I will say I would love that
I
if
would
there was
not
like
do it obviously if I sign,
I would
and they
love if
own
there would
it.
be like, hey, like you have to wait a year before you tell anyone.
Like I couldn't even hint. Like if I told my mom, like I can't tell you who it is, but I'm doing like a massive celebrity wedding, like my mom would know.
My mom would know too. I know I
My
couldn't
mom would probably tell at least three people who she trusts, but like
no,
that
but
we
like
can't have that happening. So
I had to explain
you
to
and
her
I
like
would know and no one else could know. That's crazy.
I literally I don't even know if like I it would literally have to be within me. Like Henry would be like, where are you going? I'm like, oh, I have
I
a
don't,
wedding in Rhode Island.
yeah.
I don't know if
Where?
it's in Rhode Island, but like I don't know. Yeah, but
Do you just look at your husband and just be like, I don't know.
where are
I
you
don't know
going?
what the wedding is today, but I have one.
I don't know.
Blink
But
twice.
you know what? I would do whatever is needed because
Yeah.
I've I feel so connected to this. I mean, look, it's no secret that we are massive fans, but we would never be disrespectful. And we would never want to take
No,
any
it's
type
too
of
important.
happiness or
Yeah.
joy or security or safety or like comfortability away from someone's wedding day, no matter who they are.
This is my way of being able to give the ultimate thank you,
Right. Yeah. It's
is being respectful and being able, like, she's shared her art with us, and we would get to share our art with her, and it would be like really
I've
special, I think. Just like
I've
really
thought about how I would approach like capturing her day, and I just like feel like she is at the end of the day, like when you take the pop star out of it, like she's so cozy, she's so homey, she wants a home video, like
she's literally like our ideal client. It's so
she
fun.
is
Like remove
is
all of the
literally our ideal client.
she's
Like
our ideal client.
I
Um,
mean, I love my glamorous content obsessed. Like, don't get me wrong, I love them. But I also just I love when someone's like, I just want to know what the day is. Like very I don't want to say the word like documentary, but like very, very much like that. And I think that if Taylor, you are listening, some you will be eventually. I just have a
yeah,
feeling.
because I'm like, if you're not our our
If
listeners,
you're not listening, our listeners are going to make sure that you're listening.
yeah.
Um, if you are listening, I promise that having content creator at your wedding will give you so many memories that you will, I hope, take just so deeply. and will allow you to have this era of your life like documented in such a perfectly imperfect way.
And you can relive the entire day whenever you want from the palm of your hand. And I can only imagine that your wedding day, you do have something to compare it to. I'm sure, like doing the Eras tour, like maybe the first couple nights, you probably blacked out in the best way with like all the adrenaline.
That is what happens on your wedding day. You're so
And
right.
that's exactly the feeling. I can only imagine. But that's how your wedding day goes. And it goes obviously by so fast. You want to savor each moment. You can't be everywhere at once. You can't see everything that's going on. You can't hear everything that's going on. But by having a wedding content creator or a team, as I would highly suggest you have, at least Jesse and I, but maybe a couple others as well, um, you would be able to have access to step in and like fully live and be in that day from the palm of your hand whenever you want to revisit those beautiful memories and go through that day. And it's just such a special day in someone's life. So we're officially submitting our application to be your
I was
wedding
like, this
creators.
is our application. This would be our love letter. This would be our love song back to you, like in the way that we know best, just as you've been doing it for us for 20 years, the way you know best. And I mean, we're just smiling.
Well, like so
in Friends when Rachel's like, looks like you got a hanger in your mouth, and Monica's like, I just can't stop smiling.
that's us. We're just so happy and so excited. And
And I got
everyone
butterflies.
needs a wedding content creator.
So on Monday morning, I got my nails done, and I had a feeling that this week something was going to be like reborn, rebirth. Like, I love butterflies. And I got these, and then you got engaged. So I feel like these were for you. In some way, I like had a feeling that something really new was about to happen. And thank you so much for sharing it with the world and us. And everyone is so excited, like over the moon. And I promise you, your ride or dies know why this is so unbelievably special. And we're just,
And your ride or dies are going to get all of your good angles too, honey. So
oh yeah. And your sobbing angles, don't worry. Like all of it, the
yeah.
good, the
Just
interesting.
as you've got us for all these years, we got you.
We've got
Okay.
you. Through all of
Honor of a lifetime.
through arguably maybe our favorite era, your bridal era. Um, I
Wow.
think I think that's our episode for
I think that is our episode, everyone.
debriefing. I mean, we were not really going to go into all of these theories, but we're so excited that this proposal looked just epic. It was the lover garden for our lover girl, and the ring is perfect. It
So perfect.
just
Kindred, you killed it.
it killed it.
Oh my
I
God.
just am so happy that this is all working out, and you deserve everything.
Happily ever after.
Oh my God.
I love a good ending to a good story.
Please. I'm not going to cry.
So cute. Okay.
Well, we love you all. We love you, Taylor, Travis, her whole team, whoever sees this. We love all of
Tree
you.
Pain, we love you too.
Tree Pain. I have 2 numbers. Call either of them.
Mhm.
So does Emily. You have 4 to
You can call
call.
my business line. You can call my personal line. You could email me. You could DM us. We don't care.
Anything. We are so excited, and we hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday, and hope you enjoyed our little emergency conference surprise episode. Love you.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.